Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new video. Make sure you like this video down below and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And today we are going to talk about the Hispanic vote in this election and see exactly why and where did Hispanics trend to the right significantly in this election, kind of against what a lot of people were predicting. A lot of people said Trump would improve with Hispanics, but they didn't see it to this degree. So we are going to talk about this. But first, I have to tell you guys about my friends over at Noble Gold. Now, what's going on with these markets, huh? Right now, they're all over the place and no one knows what's happening. Will they grow or will they come crashing down? One thing's for sure, gold has kept people safe for thousands of years through wars, disasters, and financial troubles. That's why Noble Gold is inviting you to get safe with gold this time. They're gifting a solid 24-karat American Gold Eagle coin in a spectacular display case with every qualifying IRA or 401k started before the end of November. Gold has been looking after people for thousands of years, and this time is no different. It's the only proven way of keeping hold of the value of your retirement fund, whatever happens out there. No call centers, no sales pitch, straight through to the experts who will give you your options. Noble Gold, when it really matters. So go to www.noblegoldinvestments and get the special coin offer, but don't hang around. Go to noblegoldinvestments.com. Again, that's noblegoldinvestments.com. And today it's important to take a look at the map here of the 2020 presidential election. Again, we are going through the process. Joe Biden has been declared the winner by the media, but Donald Trump is still going to fight this process in the courts, try to see what went down, what really went down in Georgia, Arizona, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania here. So we'll have to take a look at it and we'll have to see exactly what happens. But one thing is for sure, though, Donald Trump did improve vastly in this election with Hispanic and Latino voters. And it wasn't just Cubans in Florida. I mean, that was part of it. He did vastly improve with Cubans and Hispanics in South Florida, but also in places like Texas and parts of New Mexico and Arizona as well. So it is interesting to look at exactly what happened and why did Trump do so well? And what can Republicans do to continue growing their base in the future? Because Donald Trump did extremely well. And it's important to first note, how well did Trump do with Hispanics? The exit poll from Edison had him at roughly 32% or so. You can look at the national exit poll out of Edison. However, the national poll out of Edison is extremely flawed to the point where I really wouldn't trust it that much. I think Fox News, it's also flawed. Again, this is a weird election cycle where the exit polls really won't make a whole lot of sense. But they had Trump at 35. Let's put him at 34. That's still a massive improvement, a gain of roughly 6%, a net gain of around 10% with Hispanics since 2016. That is a massive margin. And Donald Trump was somebody that people viewed to be the Goldwater of Hispanics in 2016. They said Trump would bottom out with them. But Donald Trump did better than a lot of people expected. He did better than Mitt Romney did in 2012, and that was while he was running as somebody who was opposed to mass immigration. He was opposed to amnesty. He still did well, and he didn't give amnesty during his presidency. But for re-election, he did even better than he did in 2016. He was still tough on immigration. He lowered legal immigration by 50% during his presidency. So he actually took action against immigration and improved with Latinos, which is much different to Ronald Reagan, who gave amnesty and actually did worse his second time around, despite doing much, much better nationwide. So it's interesting to take a look at that. But one thing to note is that Donald Trump did extremely well in certain counties, and we're going to take a look at the map here. This is the state of Florida. In the state of Florida, Donald Trump not only won Florida, he won it by a lean margin. He won it by 3 to 4%. And you can look at the shift map here. He did extremely well in Osceola County. He did extremely well in Miami-Dade. He even improved vastly in Broward County. He lost Broward by less than 30. Clinton won it by around 35 or so. Miami-Dade, Hillary Clinton won Miami-Dade County by 32%. Joe Biden beat Trump in Miami-Dade by roughly 7%. Trump did extremely well in a lot of these counties here, and he mainly did it by improving with Latino voters. And it wasn't just Cubans, it was also Venezuelans, even Puerto Ricans he improved with in Florida, as well as Mexicans. And this holds true when you look at Texas here. We're going to take a look at the great state of Texas. Donald Trump did well in Texas. He did much better than Ted Cruz did in 2018. he won Texas by 6%. It did trend away from him from last cycle, but he did a lot better than even I expected he would do in the state of Texas. And he outperformed the polls by roughly 5% as well in the state of Texas. And looking at the shift from 2016, a lot of unique things happened here. There were many counties around Dallas. These counties are mainly white majority. He did worse among suburban voters, and a lot of people moving to Texas from New York, California. They're kind of making it go blue, as well as immigration, because you do have a higher number of immigrants coming into the country. That definitely does help move Texas to the left. Although that wasn't the problem this cycle, because Donald Trump did extremely well with Hispanics to the point where it may have been well enough to offset any demographic change that we saw since 2016. But the key thing is Donald Trump did well in South Texas. In fact, some of these counties here, Starr County, Texas, it swung to the right by 55 percentage points. These are insane margins, and these are mainly Mexican immigrants here. Donald Trump got 41% in Hidalgo County. In South Texas, he's doing better in some of these counties than even Bush did in 2004. And he did it mainly opposing immigration. He did it because he was promoting economic populism. He was promoting small business capitalism. Lots of Hispanics do own small businesses, and a lot of them liked the things that Donald Trump did. That is the kind of messaging that you need as a Republican Party moving forward. The small business capitalism. A lot of people work for small businesses. Democrats used to be the party of the small business. They have moved to being the party of the big woke capitalist party. Now, Donald Trump has made the Republican Party a little bit more pro-worker, pro-small business. That is going to help out significantly with Hispanics and Latinos. Looking at the county map here, a lot of these counties, Kennedy County is going to go Republican for the first time in a long time. Zapata County voted to the right of Tarrant County, which has been a historically Republican county. So Hispanics in South Texas, as well as many parts of the Panhandle where you do have majority Hispanic counties, moved significantly to the right. And Donald Trump was somebody who the media virtually portrayed as the George Wallace for Hispanics per se. But that didn't matter, because you look at the policies that he was pushing for, they vastly were popular among much of the Hispanic community. Now, he didn't win the Hispanic vote. Republicans may have a ceiling there, but Trump did improve. And also, the social conservative aspect of it does help too. You look at things like abortion. That is one of the issues where a lot of Hispanics are opposed to the liberal view on abortion. The fact that Joe Biden was okay with 8-year-olds transitioning their gender. That is not very popular among the Latino community. The fact that you have the woke left saying Latino is a sexist term, that you have to use Latinx or something like that, that doesn't sit well with a lot of Latinos, and it really showed, because Donald Trump did vastly better with Latinos in Texas. If he did not make those gains, Texas would have been much, much closer, and he would have been at the risk of even losing the state of Texas. So Republicans did a lot better this cycle among Latino voters, better than I expected that they would do. And they did it with an opposition to immigration. They did it with an opposition to big business. They did it with an opposition to social liberalism, and it really paid off for them in Texas. You want to look at Arizona. If you are looking at the shift map here, a lot of these smaller Latino majority counties moved vastly to the right, including Yuma, which is Latino majority. So a lot of these places did move to the right. A lot of places in southern New Mexico did as well. So Republicans are growing a coalition. They had a much better Latino outreach this cycle than they did last cycle, even though you had a lot of emphasis put on the black outreach. You still saw massive gains, more so with Latino voters. If Republicans put even a little bit more effort into communicating their ideas in an effective way, and not in a way where you compromise your values, communicating in an effective way, holding true to your principles, talking about how mass immigration hurts the Latino community, talking about why small business capitalism is important, stressing that economic populism and social conservatism, you are going to continue to grow the coalition in places like Texas and New Mexico and Arizona, and that, coupled with opposition to mass immigration, will help keep these places Republican for decades to come. And it was kind of the white pill of the election, because there is a lot of disappointment, some of which I am really skeptical of it being legitimate disappointment, but we're going to have to see. But either way, very interesting developments to look at, and seeing where Donald Trump did best and where he improved the best in, And I'm shocked to note that it's South Texas. And Latino candidates down ballot did extremely well. And you look at this, you see New Mexico's second flip back red, but you also see the fact that they held on to Texas's 23rd, which was a sure flip for the Democrats. Republicans almost actually flipped Texas's 15th district. It only went blue by 3%. That is a big shocker. A very, very big surprise there for Republicans. And also Joe Biden's opposition to oil and natural gas definitely did not help him in the state of Texas, in the state of New Mexico at all. But also South Florida with Cubans, which are a group that have been historically Republican, but a lot of people have talked about them trending away from the Republican Party. Not this cycle. Carlos Jimenez, the former Republican mayor of Miami, he's a bit of a rhino, but he still won a very blue district, and that is a good thing that we will have somebody that is going to vote for us the majority of the time in Miami. Looking at Florida's 27th district, Maria Salazar knocked off Donna Shalala. That was not originally expected. These two flips, I called them sleeper flips, and they actually happened. I called Texas's 23rd a sleeper district that would hold for the Republican Party. And again, I was right. So we'll have to see in the future, but it seems like Republicans are building a coalition here, but we're going to have to see exactly what happens moving forward in the years to come. There will be a battle for the soul of the Republican Party, and I definitely want to be on the front lines fighting that metaphorical battle. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video. Please like this video down below, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell for notifications so you never miss another video. Follow me on social media, become a member, donate to the Patreon, or subscribe. Star links in description. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Red Eagle, out.